want to buy some land and hold on to it. If somebody wants to purchase it from me for the right price, if somebody wants to rent from me, somebody wants to put a business on top of my land, I'm definitely interested in doing that. That is one of my main reasons for purchasing land. And then second, of course, if we just have some more land so I can build on it. I can go and put some homes on it myself. And then if I need to, which I probably will, relocate and have space. I need space. I want my feet on the ground, I want to plant my own food. And like I said, have some kind of water system, access to water. And I really don't know how to do that. I see that, like on some of your videos, you talk about how the prices they're manageable. They're manageable, and to be able to get that type of land, I don't know. You say I don't have to go there to look at it.
No, you could see pictures and videos online. Most of my property that I own, I've never even been there. And be honest with you, the pictures that I've seen, I don't even know if they're the real pictures. I've never even been there, and I've been paying on them for like 2-3 years.
Wow. That's scary to me.
It's not scary. Okay, I'm gonna ask you something personal. Tell me around about age you are. You don't have to be exact, but you could be within a year or two.
40.
Okay. You're 40, right? So you lived long enough to know what happened in 2003 to I would say actually from 1996 to 2008. 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like you were around during that time, like as an adult. So you remember, you should remember, in 96 you was probably a teenager, a young teenager, but you probably remember or heard your family, friends, older folks talking about how, they were buying homes because Bill Clinton was president at that time. And you were able to get into a home cheap, no credit, no income, no asset. Back then they call it Nina and Sissa, no income, no asset. And a lot of
I do remember.
You remember, and a lot of black people specifically were moving to Atlanta. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I didn't realize that until later. But yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, you realize that later. Those same homes, because I could tell you that were 150,000 back then, 85,000 back then. Right now, matter of fact, in 96, by 2003, which was 20 years ago, those same homes that was like 85,000 brand new single family homes, and you had the 2-story big homes, mini mansions that were going for like 150,000, 169,000. I know because I know a lot of people that bought them. Those same homes between 96 and 2003, which would be about 4 to 8 years, let me see, about 8, 9, 10 years later. And again, life goes through nine-year cycles, so it makes sense. It took 9 years. Those same homes started going for 350,000 that were 85,000 to 450, 600,000. Now, the market dropped, okay? But now the market is back up, okay? Before that, remember, because these homes are brand new, the land that the houses sat on, again, people always thinking about the house, but what does the house have to sit on?
Land.
Okay, no house without land. There's no house you can live in. I've never seen a floating house. All right. Those people that owned all that land in Atlanta, in the outskirts of Atlanta, all around the outskirts of Atlanta, made out like bandits. All them folks, all them old white folks, old black folks that owned all that land all around Atlanta, the outskirts, the suburbs, not in Atlanta, but the outskirts right outside of Atlanta, made out like super bandits. I'm talking about land that they had in their family for 5, 10, 20, 30, 100 years that they paid nothing for. These people instantly became millionaires. And I'm going to tell you how they did it. With 1 acre of land in a subdivision, right? You know what I mean by subdivision?
Yeah, just outside the city.
Those houses that, you know, you got to have a gate code and everything to go into.
Oh, yeah.
A subdivision. It's a lot of subdivisions now, especially in Atlanta.
Those are like little communities, right?
Right.
Is that what they? Okay.
Right. Most of those subdivisions are built on 1 to 10 acres.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's not a lot of land. They're built on 1 to 10 acres. Okay. Now, you see how close they build these houses together. Okay. They basically can put 24 houses on 1 acre. Okay.
Wow.
12 to 24 houses. Now, imagine if it's an apartment building. Okay. Now, imagine if you paid $30,000 for that 1 acre, because you got people out here, I'm not paying $30,000 for an acre when I could go buy an acre for $5,000 for $500 an acre. It all depends on where you're at. But let's say you paid $30,000 for 1 acre right now, because that's what it's going for in Florida. The property I bought for $13,999 is now over 30. Actually, it's about 60,000 an acre. Anyhow, imagine, and this is what I'm going to do with my property in Florida. Imagine I take that 1 acre and I build 12 houses on there, because where I'm at right now, you can only build 12 houses on there. Mind you, I only paid $13,999, call it $20,000 with interest, right? Because I financed it, right? So $20,000, even if I paid $60,000, what it's worth now. Let's say I paid $60,000, what it's worth now, because you guys coming in now, you're gonna be paying $60,000 for what I got right now out there. If you bought where I'm at in Florida, let's say you paid $60,000. As you know, an average house right now is going for about $250,000, actually $350,000, but I'm gonna be conservative and say $250,000, right? To build that house, it's gonna cost about let's say $150,000 to build that brick house. $150,000. Actually, a little bit less, but I'm giving numbers that you have room to play with. Okay. Now that means you have 100,000 left. You have 100,000 left. Guess where that $100,000 is gonna go? You already done paid $150 to the builder to build that house, and you got the house sold on your land, and you surveyed off a little piece. You surveyed off. Let's say you surveyed off about 2,000 square feet, 3,000 square feet of land, so they could build that house. So whoever buys that house and that lot, they got about 3,000. If you want to be generous, 4,000 square feet of land, And plus they got a nice little 1,500, 2,000 square foot house. Okay. They paid you your 250,000, right? Because, and I'll explain how this all works later on. But it only costs you 150,000. So where does that other 100,000 go? In your pocket.
Oh, okay.
You just made $100,000 off some land you paid $60,000 for, and you have 11 more lots to sell. Because remember, you could put 12. 11 lots times 100,000, that's 1.1 million. Plus add the other 100,000 you just made. You just made 1.2 million off $60,000.
Got it. Okay.
Now let me back up, because you're like, well, how do I even get 150,000? Okay, you're gonna do what I'm telling you to do. You're gonna purchase your land, rent to own financing. You're gonna pay off your land within less than 10 years. You're gonna pay it off less than 10 years, and definitely you're gonna pay it off less than 5 years, and definitely less than 10 years, because nobody's really financing land over 10 years, over 72 months. Once you pay off your land, you own it free and clear. You can leverage that land to borrow money. You can leverage it. Now they're not going to put the money in your hand, okay? But they're going to give you a construction developer's loan. And you're going to use, they're going to, you're going to say, hey, I need to pay this guy. They're going to ask you, well, what's his name? Blah, blah, blah. Let me cut him a check. Then you tell a guy to go pick up the check over here. Or you go pick up the check for him and hand it to him. So you're really not going to touch the money like that. There are lenders that will do this with you, okay? Because if you don't pay them back, they're going to take back the land and the house. They're going to take all the land.
Right.
And remember, this is $1.2 million worth of land. So them lending you a measly $150,000 is nothing. They'll do that all day. They'll do that all day. And you just started the process, getting the permits, you doing the work, and they're giving you $150,000 to make a potential $1.2 million. They will do that with you all day, and pray to God you do not pay them back. They cannot sleep at night because they're praying you don't pay them back.
Now, this might be a crazy question, but when you say rent to own financing, and I could pay this off, say, less than 5 years, definitely less than 10 years, but so I can't do anything with the land until that time, or while I'm renting it, I can start that process?
Okay. Once, it's called a promissory note. Once you get your promissory note, and I'm gonna take one out here out in a minute. Once you get your promissory note, my shirt is a mess. Let me try to look a little half decent on camera. I'm on camera. Once you get your promissory note, that the seller is gonna email you. That promissory note is not a lease. That is a contract to purchase the land. Okay.
So you don't get like a regular rental agreement. You get a promissory note.
Yes. Now with that promissory note, you have the property under contract to purchase it, as long as you keep making your payment. Okay. That's on that side. Now the other side is, can you live on the land? Yes. It's up to the individual or the company that's selling you the land. Some of them will allow, most of them will allow you to sell on. I live on it. These days, most of the sellers, yes, they will allow you to live on the land. Okay. Now, will they allow you to build on the land? Most of them will not allow you to start off building on the land. They rather you pay the land off, get the property deeded to you, and you do whatever you want to do. Okay, but you can live on the land. Okay, how you gonna live on the land? Okay, you can live on the land, and you'd have to do this kind of incognito, but you could live on the land in a tent, in your car. You could put cabins on there. The main thing I tell people to do is just go buy you a cheap little travel trailer RV, something that's probably not even drivable because you're just going to park it there and leave it there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Park it deep in the woods somewhere that nobody knows it's back there. Of course, neighbors are nosy. They're going to find out and probably snitch. But I show people to purchase land where it's legal. It's not like it's going to be illegal. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
legal, but neighbors are nosy and they just start talking shit. I had a situation the other day with my cabin. Somebody snitched on me talking crap, and sure enough the inspector came out there and he's like, I see what's going on out here. We're just gonna take some measurements and some pictures because you have to be under a certain length with the cabins. And he's like, you're
Oh
good.
wow.
He's like, you're good, no big deal, you're good. um But
Wow.
you have to know what type of land to buy. You want to buy land that's not zoned. You want to buy agricultural land. You want to buy basically off-grid land. And you ask and what I do is I go through the whole process with people, and I show you the questions to ask, and I actually do it with you. You ask the questions. I ask the questions for you, and
Mm-hmm.
we call the county and ask them specifically about this, because you have to be specific with the land. Is this land, this parcel number, blah blah blah, what kind of dwelling can I put on there? And they're going to tell you single family home, modular home, um mobile home, barn dominium, or they're going to say, well, anything over 600 square feet or 700 square feet. Some of them they want it on a concrete slab. Some of them you could put them on pavers. Some of them got to be on a trailer. It's so many questions to ask. So
Mm-hmm.
many. Okay, but I go through this whole process with you, depending on your situation, your budget, what you want to do. Some people like me, I have property that I'm never going to live on there. I'm probably never going to go there, but they're investment properties. I'm just waiting for to get equity out of them, then I'm going to sell them or chop them up into smaller lots and then sell off each lot. Okay, then there's
Mm.
properties that I'm going to put my Airbnb businesses on there. Then there's properties that I'm going to build homes on there. Okay, so every
Mm.
property is different and every individual is different. Now,
Right.
if you live out where you live at, you're probably going to want to start off living on your land. Okay. If you purchase where I'm at out east, because you're out west, if you purchase where I'm at out east, you're probably just going to buy out here for investment purposes. Okay.
Right.
But it's good to know, hey, I got some property out east if I ever want to go out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So the whole moral of the story, the whole thing of what I'm telling you is that you cannot have the house without the land.
Right.
I don't know when people are gonna get this through their brain. I don't know when it's gonna compute. But people have this idea when they think about land, they just think about It's like, but you show the same individual a house, they're like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And they're not realizing the house is sitting on some land that used to be
Huh.
trash, full of
Right.
bushes and trees and snakes and worms, and nobody wanted to even go over there. Disney World was
Right.
built on swamp land. The White House was built on swamp land.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Um, hold on a minute. Those watching, let me know if you hear me clearly and if you hear the caller clearly. Let me know that you hear us clearly. Now, um, with all that being said, you are in the right mindset, and I believe that a lot of people are being called back to the land, not just for investment purposes, but because, like you said, the S is about to hit the fan. Okay?
Yeah.
The S is about to hit the fan. So, thank you, Don. So basically, um, this is actually something everybody just need to be doing. Period. Period. Number one, it's a great investment. But let's just say you do buy the land, and then instead of the market does go going up more, let's say it drops. Let's say the piece of land I bought for 20,000, let's say it dropped to 1,000. Who cares? That's still land that I could go live on.
Right.
That's still land you could go live on. Okay? And for the market to drop like that, that means everybody's doing bad. Now I could tell my family members, hey, I got some land out here. Y'all could go live out there if y'all can't pay y'all rent. Go get some tents and a trailer and whatever. Because again, all my properties, I specifically buy them that I could put trailers and tents and camp out there. All my properties are off-grid properties. Um, I do have a few that are zoned residential only, and I could only build houses on there. But those properties, that's my intention, is to only build homes on there, right?
Right.
But anyhow, I would say a good part of my portfolio, I have properties that I could just go there and set up a tent and live, and can't nobody bother me. Okay? So there's so many incentives and so many reasons to purchase land right now. That's where you're going to grow your food. That's where you're going to lay your head. That's where your offsprings are going to lay their head. That's where you're going to park your vehicles and all your belongings. That's your investment. That's parking your money. The property is going to keep up with inflation, because the more inflation goes up, the more your property value is going to go up. So with inflation going up, this is the best time to buy land. The best time. Okay?
Now you had mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
You had mentioned. I think it was on one of your live, one of your videos. What about credit as far as purchasing land?
You don't need credit.
Something
They don't even
you don't
ask
need credit.
they don't even ask you for your driver's license.
Really?
Nope.
Okay, that's interesting.
Nope. They just want the money they just want the down payment and the money every month. And you're gonna give them a name. You're and I'm encouraging people to put the properties in an LLC or a trust. Okay.
Okay.
An LLC or a trust, and I have the trust documents. It comes with my consultation, and they don't even ask you for your ID, driver's license, anything. So your uncle Felipe in Mexico, yes, could call up and purchase this land. They will ask you for an address, or you give them whatever address, but just know that's where you're going to get correspondence, mail, and stuff. But all they want is your information. They're not going to ask you to prove your information. And so, meaning you could purchase property for somebody else. You might say, hey, I'm going to purchase this property for my offspring or my auntie, my cousin. It's going to be a birthday, Christmas gift for this individual, that individual, and I'm going to surprise them. Okay, I'm going to surprise them one day. Hey, I purchased you some land. This is it. I've been paying on it. Surprise, just take over the payment. It's already in your name. And if you put it in a trust, you could just sign the trust over to anybody. Switch your beneficiary from you to whoever. Okay. You probably won't know to ask this question, but I'm going to answer it. Also, the benefit to purchasing the property rent to own financing is, let's say you purchase a property and you find out, or they change the rules, you can't do what you want to do on there, or you find out you're, instead of going to that state or that area, you want to go over here to another state or another area. Most of these sellers will switch the properties out for you. They tell you just go on the website, see if there's any other properties that they have on there that you're interested in, and they will switch the properties out for you and give you 100% credit for all the money you've been putting in so far. They'll give you
That's a good deal.
100% credit. So if you've been paying on a property for 6 months or 2 years, they're gonna credit all that money to you to the property that you're switching over to. I had that situation a couple times with a couple of my students. They're like, oh, I've changed my mind about this property. And I'd be like, no problem. Just call up Jacob or whoever and have them switch it out for you. And they was like, wow, they really switched out for me. I'm like, I told you. I told you.
Okay.
Because they actually want you to do that. That's going to make them more money in the long run. Because you got to remember, like what's happening now. Like I purchased this property for 13,000, call it 20 with interest, a couple years ago. That same property is now 60,000. Don't you think they
Oh,
want
wow.
that property back? Don't you think they praying every day? I say, hey, I don't want this property no more. Switch me out to another property.
I mean,
He praying
I'm
day and
still
night.
confused.
Go ahead, take your time.
So if you purchase a property or start the process of purchasing a property and paying on it, and you decide you want something else that they're offering, and they switch you over with all of your credits that you paid on the first property, how is that benefiting them with the first property? Because how is that benefiting them? I'm just confused.
Because as you paying on it, the value is also going up.
Oh,
because of the times that we're in. The times we're in, property values going up and up and up, not down. Okay. So whatever new property you want, you're gonna pay whatever the market value is at the time. So you'll be giving up the contract that you had before, okay, for this new contract. Mind you, you're getting all your money back or switched over to this new property. But whereas you paid $10,000 for that property 2 years ago, and now that property went to 50,000, okay? So you're not giving them back a $10,000 property. You're giving them back a $50,000 property. Okay? And now essentially, and now you're buying this new property at its market value as to date. So you're actually paying more for the new property than you would have paid 2 years ago or a year ago. So they gladly switch you over. Now, I don't recommend it to anybody for this reason. Okay? But they will gladly switch it over for you.
Okay. That makes sense.
You follow?
So, can I ask another question?
Ask away. I got a couple hours here. Ask away.
Now all of this is done and nobody sees anybody. This is all done on the phone or some kind of telecommunications. There's nobody that meets with anybody. Nobody Zooms anybody. Like how is all of this money exchanged and the contract's done and there's nobody?
It's all email. It's all legal, and I go through the whole process with you, because we call the county, we ask who's on deed. It's make sure it's the same company that you're purchasing from that's on deed. We verify the company. We verify, which technically we don't have to, because I've been doing this for so long and I have good rapport with these people and a lot of these counties even. I could call up a lot of these counties and be like, hey, this dragon, blah blah blah. And definitely my sellers, I call them up, hey, this dragon, blah blah blah. But as a newbie, I show you how to check credentials and everything like that, and your contract will come to you via email, and you sign electronically, because as you know, everything's going electronic now, and
Right.
everything's digital now. So you sign your promissory note electronically over the internet. Um, it's emailed to you. You then print that out and put it in a safe somewhere. That's your contract. That's your contract. He can't sell that property to nobody else. They can't nothing to nobody else. Can't nobody go park there. Can't nobody go park on your property. Can't nobody do nothing with that property but you. Okay. And even you can't do anything with that property unless the seller gives you the okay. Because again, you're doing rent to own or lease to own, which only means you won't be on the deed or the title until you finish paying it off. Now you can do where you can be on the deed, but you'd have to put down a significantly much more down payment. You'd have to put down 20 to 50% to get on the deed. Okay. But now if you're doing rent to own, all you need is $0 to about $1,000, $2,000 down on any of these properties. Uh,
Right.
mo-
So,
Most of my properties, I didn't even put down more than 600, and
wow.
most of them I ain't put down more than $50. I was buying
Wow. Wow.
in 2021. I bought a property every month,
Wow. That's
and
insane.
every month I just put down $50, to the point where one of my sellers, he said, man, he just started sending me the list of everything he's selling every month. And I'm like, man, I'm paying on all these properties. I can't pay right now. He's like, which one you want? Pick out which one you want. Okay, you don't give me no down payment. Just start paying me next month. Man, I can't pay you next month. I'll pay you in like 3 months. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna hold it for you. Pay me in start paying me in 3 months. Because I built a
Wow.
rapport. I built a rapport.
Wow.
Okay, so once you have integrity and you're building a rapport with these sellers, they'll start selling you their lists, and before you know it, you like, man, you telling everybody about it, and all your friends and family, and you doing your own thing. You know what I mean? And but you do remain in my mastermind group. You do remain in my mastermind group where we chop it up and we send each other information and everything like that, and we learn from each other and everything like that.
So, is there? I think I have one more question. Your you said that now these are all rent to own properties, so there's no benefit to me getting some kind of financing so that I could just purchase the property right out, right?
Yeah, you could do that. Like say you came up with a way to just purchase the property right out. You could do that. You could do that.
That way I could start building and all of that stuff right away. I don't have to wait until I
Yeah.
actually own the property.
Yeah. In a contract,
I
in
mean,
a
I already own
promissory note, it's gonna say you cannot build any permanent structure.
it.
Permanent
Right.
structure. And you can't cut down any trees or anything unless you ask them. Okay. So anything you do on the property, you just have to ask them. But as long as you're not making any permanent changes, they're okay with that. They're okay with that.
This is with a rent to own. You mean?
Yes, correct.
Okay. With the promissory note. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so what is you said you do these are classes or you have classes? That part I didn't know. How's that work?
Okay, so for 1 year, I work with you. Okay, even after you purchase your property, you probably end up purchasing your property within the first week of me working with you, first day or first week, right? Definitely within the first
Wow. Okay.
month or two, you'll figure out what you want because you'll be seeing, oh dang, we just saw that property for 20,000, now it's 25,000, and you're gonna, because every day I'm looking at these websites, the price is just going higher and higher and higher. Okay, and you'll see the urgency that you need to buy. Okay, and then to get to the point, I'm just going to tell you, just need to buy something. Even if you don't like it, just go ahead and buy something, just even if it's just to build up the equity, even if it's just to have the equity, because every year these properties going up $1,000 $2,000 $3,000 depending on how big of a property is and where it's at. I, like you say, you called me because you just saw the video I did with them building the Dollar General right there. Okay, now
Right.
that property is not too far from me where they building that Dollar General. You know what that just did to
Mm.
my land, my property value? It just
Oh
made it
yeah,
go up.
definitely went up. Right.
It just made it go up. Now you're gonna have these city folks coming around here. Oh, honey, look, they got a Dollar General around here now. Oh, let's look around here for some, because city folks they want the conveniences. City folks don't come out here because there's no Walmart and Target and all of that. But once they start seeing all that stuff out here, they're like, oh my gosh, honey, look, let's look around here for some property. What does that do for your property value? It goes through the roof. Okay.
Right.
And I've been right where I'm at
And
right
what?
now. I've been telling people for years, 2 years now, come out where I'm at, come buy some properties out where I'm at now. Look, they putting a Dollar General right there. If people would have listened to me, they probably value would have went up 10-20% right now.
You mean you didn't purchase all of it that's out there?
I wish I did. I wish
I'm surprised there's anything left.
literally where I'm at. I told my buddy, I said, man, if we had the money, I'd buy this whole town because I know what's coming. I know what's coming. It just Walmart already been out here trying to buy. They already been out here.
Wow.
I know what's coming. They I'm gonna do another video showing how they widening up the highway around here. The traffic is coming. It's coming. It's just a matter of time.
Wow. So what's the next city that you're next to? The biggest city that you're next to in that area?
Okay, where I'm at, I'm between Wilmington, North Carolina, where Michael Jordan is from, and Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm actually in between Fayetteville, Raleigh, and Wilmington. I'm dead smack in the middle. I could go any direction and anytime and take me about an hour, any direction. Meaning
Okay.
the closest Walmart to me is about 30 minutes, but the closest major city is about an hour. Okay. Which means city folks really don't want to drive an hour commute every day back and forth to work and whatever. But when they start, and they've already started, I'm gonna do a video on you. They've already started building a Home Depot about 20 minutes down the road before the closest. Well, we do have a Lowe's about 20 minutes down the road, but the idea is now they bringing a Home Depot. They building a Dollar General. It's just a matter of time before Wendy's, McDonald's, Walmart, Target, all of them coming down here. And believe me, it's going to be within the next 2 years. Believe me. Even you.
So mhm.
Go ahead.
How do you think that? I think you might have mentioned this on one of your videos. But how do you think the dollar is going to be affected? No, how do you feel like primary properties are going to be affected by the downsizing of the dollar, or is it just going to switch over to whatever currency we're purchasing? Making these purchases will switch over to whatever currency is current at the time.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it. I keep telling people, take your money out the bank. Take your cash out the bank. Put it in stocks, bonds, gold, silver, most importantly, land. Most importantly, land. 70% of my portfolio is in land because I can't eat no stocks, bonds. I can't feed my babies with no stocks, bonds, gold, silver. They need food, and food comes out the land, out the soil. Okay? And people are going to be coming to me to buy food and somewhere to park their RV and their vehicle. And they're going to be like, well, I got some gold. And I'll be like, I'll take your gold. I'll take your silver. I'll take your stocks. I'll take your cryptocurrency. So technically, I really don't need to own none of that stuff. I really don't need to own stocks, bonds, gold, silver. I have land. To live every day, you need land.
True.
There's a lot of people relying on that stocks, bonds, gold, silver, cryptocurrency to explode, which it will explode, but I can't feed myself with that. It's not even guaranteed. What is guaranteed is I could grow my food on this land. I could cut these trees down and build a shelter on this land. I could go buy me a little cheap RV and park it on my land and have somewhere to live. The $500 RV. Fix it up, start fixing on it. Go buy me some tools. I've been telling everybody for years, all you need is your land and some tools. If you want to get fancy, go get you a trailer and cabin and all that type of stuff. But all you need is a car with a trailer or a pickup truck, your tools, your your seeds, and a little cheap RV travel trailer. I've done many videos on my travel trailer in Florida. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you guys my travel trailer that I have here. My whatchamacallit travel trailer. My what they call it, a container home travel trailer. That's my container home travel trailer right there. I'm gonna do a video on it tomorrow, probably. Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, probably the day after, if not today. I just cleaned it out yesterday, getting it ready. I paid $270 for that thing. I got 4 beds, a kitchen, and 2 bathrooms in there. Yep. So, and as you guys could see, it's not that big. It's about as big as the truck there. Yep. Got 4 bunks. 4 bunks for me and my family. Kitchen, fully contained kitchen, bathroom, shower, full shower, toilet, sink, everything in there. I paid $270 for it on Facebook Marketplace. I got my solar panel. Yeah, I got my solar panel that I use every day. I don't even use electricity that much. I use my solar. Got my solar generator right here. I'm charging my phone, and I got my solar panel hooked up to the window right here. I'm getting sun in through my solar panel, my wire coming through. And right here, I could have lights. I could have charge my phone and everything with this. And then I could also run a fan, a small fan with it, and stay nice and cool in the summer. And in the winter, I use my propane and my wood stove to heat and cook. And that's another thing. You have all that wood on your land. You have enough energy to cook with. You could cook your food. You don't need no stove, no electricity to burn stove. You could cut your trees down and cook on your wood. Get your little barbecue grill and barbecue every day. It's the best food ever. Grow your fruits,
Now
vegetables.
it gets cold out there, right? Like in the winter.
Grow your apples. Depending on where you at. If you're in Florida, you're not gonna be that cold. Where I'm at, it gets cold. It does get cold. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody said, I'm
So,
excited. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Somebody said what?
Somebody said, I'm excited about growing my land and growing ginger. Dawn said about growing ginger, hibiscus, watermelons. Oh, yeah. I got my watermelon seeds. I'm going to show you. I got my watermelon seeds. My challenge is attracting the right people to ride with me. Yeah, that's a big challenge. Trust me. Trust me. I had to get rid of about 3, 4 business partners because people just don't want to do right. Mr. X says, hey man, been watching a while. You a good man. Thank you, my brother. Would like to send you something. You got PayPal? No, I don't have PayPal. I have Cash App. I have Cash App. It's a $fire resorts, $fire resorts. So it's a $, and then it's FIRERESORTS. Okay. Fire Resorts. Okay. It should pop up TWIPS, the name of my company. TWIPS. And thank you, my brother, man. I appreciate that. And let me say something about that real quick. Mr. X, you're gonna have a big harvest. Believe me. Believe me, you're gonna have a big harvest. You have to plant seeds if you want to harvest. Out of nowhere, I promise you, my brother, out of nowhere, something miraculous gonna happen to you. I will even give you a harvest. Okay, when you cash at me, put your phone number in. I got something for you. Put your phone number in, I'm gonna give you a call. I got something for you. I'm gonna give you a harvest. Okay? Believe me. You have to plant seeds in order to get a harvest. People be like, "Oh, why can't I never receive a harvest? Why can't I never receive a so-called blessing?" You know, have you planted any seeds? Have you sowed into anybody worthy? I'm not talking about sowing seeds among swine, casting your pearls among swine. Cast your pearls among people that are worthy, integrity people, among businesses, situations that are worthy. Okay, learn how to how they say this what the Bible say, and I'm not a Bible thumper, but the Bible say discern spirits. Learn how to discern spirits. Okay, learn how to when you discern spirits, you say, okay, just like you say, you're a good man. Boom, I'm gonna give you a little harvest right here. When you do that, when you give sow your seed into the right spirits, into the right situations, out of nowhere, believe me, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm so thankful that this person let me live in their house, and I bought this land for so cheap, and I got this car for so cheap. And man, you wouldn't believe that somebody just gave me a trailer, and man, I went and bought some groceries, and the cashier told me I didn't even have to pay for it. Oh man, I can't believe it. They just increased my food stamps. Like, it'll come out of anywhere. You wonder why you get these harvests, because you sowed good seeds somewhere in your life. You didn't just get an increase on your food stamps. You didn't just get that Section 8 housing. You didn't just get that job. You didn't just get that husband, that wife, that boyfriend, that girlfriend. You didn't just have a healthy baby. You sowed some good seeds somewhere and your baby came out healthy. You got that job. You got that house, that property, that land. You miss that accident. You could have got into an accident. You completely missed it because you sowed a seed somewhere into some good soil. Sow seed into good soil and just forget about it. Just like you plant your watermelon seeds in the ground and then you walk away and forget about it and just come back and water it every now and then. I'm telling you. I appreciate that too, Mr. X. I really appreciate that. And like I say, put your phone number in the Cash App. And my Cash App is on a couple of my videos. You just gotta look back. But it's $, and you could type it in and I'll tell you yes or no. It's $Fire Resorts. FIRERESORTS. Just like it sounds, Fire Resorts. Yeah, caller. Ask more questions, and you guys online ask your questions too. I'm here. I got an hour, a couple hours.
I wrote some things down. I think I pretty much covered. I covered mostly everything. Now, I do want to ask. These are direct connections between you and the sellers.
Yes.
Right. You don't have to go through a wholesaler, or you don't have to go through.
No. Okay, and now I'm glad you brought that up. Because you could just type it in, rent to own properties, rent to own land, and a bunch of stuff will pop up. The advantage to working with me is I filtered out all the good sellers. I filter them out. I know the ones that's not gonna call you back. What's this one called? Marion in Florida. This company called Marion. Matter of fact, I'm a blow their spot up so nobody buys from there. So nobody buys from it. Now they will do what they say they're gonna do. As like the thing I don't like about them, if you're trying to switch out your properties, good luck. Good luck trying to switch out a property you bought from them. They don't answer their phone. They don't communicate. You send them a text message, it'll be 2 months later before they reply. I think it's called Marion Investments, rent to own land.
Okay, that's good to know.
So I filtered out, and go ahead and buy from them if you think I'm lying. Go ahead and buy from them. Buy from them. They're out of Florida. I filtered out all or most of the good sellers and the bad sellers. You know, and I've had that. I've had people say, "Oh, well, I could just do it myself." Then sure enough, they call me, "Hey man, what you know about this company?" I don't know nothing. You know, I don't know nothing. You want to you do it on your own, go ahead. Go ahead. Ain't nothing wrong with it, you know. If you know what you're doing, but like if you're a beginner like most people and you need help with this, I am here to help. You could just Google rent to own land and a bunch of stuff will pop up. And one of them, trying to find, anyhow, if you type it in, I got to find this thing for y'all because I meant to do this. I meant to blow their spot up so nobody don't I think it's Marion Investments.com. So nobody don't go over there and buy nothing from them no more. Yeah, it popped up. It should be it right here. MarionInvestments.com. It should be right there. Or it says coming soon. Their website probably got taken down is what it is because they I wouldn't say they're scammers, but they definitely Take forever. Now, when they get ready to take your money, they're gonna call
Of
you
course,
right up.
of course.
But after that, good luck trying to get back in contact with them. The sellers I deal with, we know each other on a first name basis. Literally, you tell me where you at, what you like. You told me out west. I got a guy right now. I call. I'll be like, "What you got out there, brother?" I call him right now. What you got out there? And you run down the list. You call the counties. You first. I got to build a profile with you. You tell me what you want to do. um, and we find the right fit for you. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. And basically, just get you set up with the best situation possible. It might not be your perfect situation. You might have to bite the bullet on something, but we get you set up with the best situation. You know, I've helped people purchase property in Texas and Arkansas, and they're like, I don't want to be out there, but they properties done double and triple in value, and they only paid $5,000 for them properties, $50 down, $50 a month, and they like, man, I'm so thankful. There's one young lady, I helped her buy some property in Texas, and she ended up having to move because the landlord was going up on a rent, and she basically had lost her job. And sure enough, she packed her babies up, got in her car, and went out to her land. And she was like, Dragon, I'm so grateful, so thankful. I had somewhere to go. I had somewhere to live.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And she was only paying $50 a month. She paying $50 a month. And she's very private, very, very private. So I can't share her information or nothing. But she bought a tent. She had her tent out there. I think she getting ready to buy her RV soon if she hadn't already. And she's good and living free. And she don't have a care in the world. She not sitting around waiting on Section 8 housing. She didn't have to go down there and beg them for nothing. Okay.
Mm.
She was still getting her food stamps. So she good. She set up a nice big old tent out there with for her and her babies. She got her gun because I also help you, getting your arms and stuff like that so you protect yourself. She had her dog and her cat. Anybody try to creep up, and she's good. She's very good. She's doing very well for herself. Very well. And to a lot of these, because they know a lot of these websites, they know people want to buy land, so they do predatory lending. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go on some of these websites, you're like, God damn, they want $50,000 for that. Oh, but they only want $200 down. So a lot of these lenders, they do stuff like that. They try to sell you an acre for 50,000, but they're gonna give it to you for $200 down. Don't buy those. Don't buy those. Don't buy those. Pay what the market value is or less. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna pay what the market value is. You might even pay a little bit more than the market value because again, you're doing rent to own financing, putting down little or nothing. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Um
Which kind of leads me to my next question was, what have you had? And I know you have rapport with people now, but when you first started out, did you have any horror stories, or is there anything? I don't even want to say horror stories because I really don't want to talk about that. But is there anything that we should? You just gave a gem just now. Is there anything else we should look out for when doing these rent to own deals? And I know you're offering a course or something like that to where we can have your guidance. But say we didn't have your guidance and we were doing this, is there anything we should look out for as far as doing these things on our
um I would say, um like I say, find out what can you do on the land. I'm not gonna run through the whole questions that I asked them.
Right.
That's how I make my living from the consultations. But I would say find out what can you do on the land and not do. Make sure you're paying a
Wow.
fair price and not overpaying. Um, do your research on who you're purchasing from. Okay, it's very easy to Google somebody. All right, to Google companies. Okay, to call the counties and ask them, hey, anybody been complaining about these people?
Mm.
Um, and that's it. Be honest with you, that's it. It's because it's land. It's not complicated. It's land. You don't have to get no roof inspection, no plumbing inspection, no electrical inspection. Because it's land, it's not that complicated. Now you do have to get some inspections for the land. You do want to make sure it's not flood land, but some flood lands are good. They're good investments. You know,
Mm.
you got whole towns that are in flood zones. You out here, you got Kingston. It's the whole town is a flood zone, but that town is very is very how you say that town, people make money there, people live there. Okay, where it's at is close to the beach. It's close to a lot of places. When it get flooded there, you know, people just evacuate and come back. It's kind of like Key West, Florida. People know when hurricanes come through there, it's a wrap. But Key West, Florida, one of the
Mm.
most expensive places to live in America, if not the most expensive. One of the most expensive places to live. People know it floods there and get hurricanes and wipe everything out every year, every 5 years. People still live there. People still love it there.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, them hurricanes come through. They be out there with a newscaster. You guys leaving? You guys coming in inland? No, we're gonna ride it out. We're gonna ride it out, man. Oh
Right.
man, it'd be so funny. But yeah, consultation $250, guys. $250. I work with you for a whole year. One time, $250. I get you set up from beginning to end. I got connections with companies that'll clear your land. I could tell you what tools to buy, what tools not to buy, what kind of trucks to buy, not to buy, what kind of dwelling to put, not to put. If you buy a cabin, I could tell you what kind of cabin to buy, what kind of cabin not to buy. Um, I mean, I've been doing this since 2017, so you could just and every day, all day, in and out. So you could just imagine the wealth of knowledge that I pour into you and save you thousands of dollars, save you hours of headache, days and months of headache, you know, all that good stuff,
Right.
you know, for 250. And you know what? If you act now, nah, but I'm gonna look out for you guys. Because somebody mentioned it to me the other day. Somebody mentioned it to me the other day. I will look out for you guys in payments. So you can pay me um $50 a week. You know, you get paid every week. You could pay me $50 a week and I will start working with you. I will start working with you.
Wow.
So you could send me $50 and I'll start working with you immediately. I'll start working with you
Wow.
immediately. And we work as a group or individually, you know what I'm saying? Either way. And we'll be on group calls, individual calls, set you up in my Telegram group. You gotta download the Telegram app. And also just on regular phone, we group chat on a regular phone. And $50 a week. And now you don't now the next week come, you don't pay your $50, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block
That's
you.
fair. That's fair.
That is that
That's fair.
fair? Is that fair?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, that's definitely fair.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's
I
fair.
thought it was just me. But just for that $50 in that first week, you be honest with you probably be like bump dragging. I got enough information to go do this on my own. I'm gonna keep my other $200. But that's how much, I'm very giving. I don't mind giving. You know what I'm saying? I'm very giving like that. I'm gonna give you the information. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't reciprocate that same energy, that's you. That's your loss. You lost a great friend, a great business partner, a great mentor. If you want to scam out on me, that's on you. Not you personally, but anybody. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a little situation, they dragging, I ain't got the 50 this week. I got you next week. I get that. I got you. I just won't work with you that week. When you come back with your money, we'll work together. You know what I'm saying?
Plain and simple.
Yeah, plain and simple. Or next
Plain
month,
and
hey, I don't
simple.
have it. I don't have it this week. I'm gonna holler back at you next month. Okay, we resume next month. When you resume payment, I resume teaching.
That's fair.
But I'm gonna start doing that because somebody mentioned it to me the other day. And if you watching right now, I'll do that with you. I'm gonna start doing that because I know people hurting out here. I know people definitely
Mhm.
hurting out here, and I tell you, I know. Yeah, but I'll start that with you guys. Um, and yeah. Any more questions?
I think I'm. I think I've asked all the questions for a first time call,
Okay.
and that I needed to know. And man, I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Like
Thank you
I
for
really,
coming
really,
on.
really appreciate it
Thank.
because I feel inspired. I
Okay.
was inspired prior, and now I'm even more inspired. And after seeing all of your videos and then speaking to you on the phone, it's just great. I'm excited, and I
I'm
will be in
excited
touch.
for you.
I can't do the 50 today, but I will definitely. I appreciate that option because that will definitely help me get started.
Right, and that's what it's about. I want you guys to get started. Like, I don't even know what to tell you guys, but you need to get started. I don't care if you eat noodles and water, sugar, water, not sugar. You ain't supposed to be eating all that sugar. I don't care what you do this week to get your $50 within reason. Don't go selling your body. But I'm telling you guys, the information I have for you is going to change your life for the better. For the better. Okay? They've been doing this for years, buying land, chopping it up, putting houses on it, sell the house with that parcel of land, boom, do it again. You could partner up with a developer. Hey, I got the land, not a developer, a builder. Hey, I got the land, you the builder, you could build the houses. When we sell it, you get your money, I get my money. It's all kind of ways to run this thing. It's all kind of ways. And then if you get a seller that say, hey, yeah, I'll let you build a house on there. You know what I'm saying? Um and then you find a builder that's willing to build a house, and then you tell them, hey, when the house sells, you get your cut, I get my cut, then you get your money, and then you take your cut and you pay off the land. There's all kind of ways to run this thing. There's all kind of ways to run this thing. But I'm telling you, man, just like on TV when they say act now, act now. A lot of y'all see a lot of construction work going on. Everywhere you look, construction work going on. I'm telling you. And let me tell y'all something. America might get shaken up a little bit, but America will never die. Let me tell you why America will never die. Our dollar may not be worth nothing in a little while, but of course, we'll switch to another type of currency. But I'm going to tell you why America will never die. America will never die because anybody can do anything and be anything in America. You can't go to Dubai, try to go to Dubai and kiss your girlfriend in public and y'all not married. You going straight to jail. Kiss your boyfriend in public, you not married. You going straight to jail. In America, you could
Wow.
damn near have sex on the streets and ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. They might cheer you on.
That's so crazy. Crazy.
I go right down here to Myrtle Beach and watch people have sex in the street. Okay.
Wow.
Try to go to some place like Africa right now. They trying to bring homosexuality to Africa. No disrespect to anybody. Them African countries not having that.
they're not.
They
Yeah.
are not having that. So all you people talking about go to Africa, bye. Now, I do want to go to Africa. I do want to own property in Africa. But I know I can't
Yes.
own no guns. I know if I have family members that are homosexual, they can't come and have their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Um okay, all these things. So yeah, depending on what you might want to live somewhere that they don't accept homosexuality. You might want to. That's great. But I'm just telling you, America will never die because America is a home of the free, land of the brave. America give people too many freedoms, which is part of the problem. There's too many freedoms here. You could damn near kill somebody in the streets and not go to prison. Okay, so that's another story, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So
Yep.
America have too many freedoms. America, people will fight tooth and nail to protect America. Now, it's not to say the crap hit the fan, it won't be some chaos. But at the end of the day, America will always rebound and rebuild. People will always try to come to America for opportunity. Only in America, what Don King say, only in America. You could come here, be a foreigner, and in 1 year own a house, a car, a business. Try to go to India and just open up a business. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Right.
Okay? I know people be I'm Jamaican. I'm born Jamaican. People be ragging on Jamaican. Jamaica's the best. Jamaica's the best. Man, bump Jamaica. Bump. I can't go to Jamaica and walk around with my firearm on my side. Half the
Not yet.
half the places in Jamaica, them dudes trying to punch my woman. I'm walking with my woman down the street. I hear horror stories all the time. Now Jamaica's a beautiful country. I love Jamaica. I do want property in Jamaica, but I hear so many horror. I mean, even Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is the track star, right? Um, the Jamaican government robbed him of some hundreds of thousands of dollars. I heard the other day. They robbed that man. Okay, I'm not going to no country. If I'm staying right here in America. As bad as things may be at sometimes, especially being so-called black person, as bad as things may be sometimes being so-called black person, I'm staying right here in America. I'm going to tote my gun. I'm going to walk down the street with my woman, grabbing her booty, kissing on her, whatever I want to do. If I want to, whatever I want to do, I could do it. I want to go on the beach, take my shirt off, walk down the street with my shirt off. If I want to start a new business, I could do whatever the hell I want in America. I'm staying right here. So for people thinking, oh, America about to go down, yeah, it's gonna be some shaking up. But at the end of the day, because America gives so many freedoms and opportunities, and we have one of the best, if not the best, military in the world, self-defense. America ain't going nowhere. I promise you. They want you to think America is going down, like physically. Okay, let me tell y'all what's happening. The US is going down. The US corporation is going down. That's what's going down. The United States of America, the actual people, the actual living beings, we good. We good. It's the United States corporation that's going down, which is a good thing. Don
I
said
agree.
it's much cheaper to live outside the US if you have the dollars. Yeah, it is. If you got the money, you could live in Africa, India, Jamaica, cheap. Mexico, really cheap. But again, like I watch Isis Wisdom channel. I don't know if you know who Isis Wisdom is. She just did a video talking about how they got their issues too in Mexico. It's beautiful and everything, but you can't go down there talking about you finna sell drugs, all you little drug dealers and plugs. Talking about you finna go sell weed, stand on the corner and sell weed. Try all you little dope boys, dope girls selling weed and coke and crack. Try to go to another country and do that.
Oh yeah, they're not having it.
Okay? Yeah, if the cartel don't get you, if the government don't get you, the cartel gonna get you. Then she was talking about the
And
kidnapping that happened, which coincidentally, as you know, the people that they kidnapped from North Carolina and that they murdered, I think they kidnapped two and murdered two, something like that. I know the young lady that's her brother. Actually,
wow.
I'm great friends, talk to her every day. I'm great friends with the young lady that's best friends. Um that's her best friend, that's her brother that got murdered. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Um
I didn't hear anything about that. I
yeah.
have not been in the news. So,
And Isis Wisdom addressed it and she was like, y'all can't be coming down here talking about y'all looking for the plug and y'all want to sell dope and supposedly that's what happened. They went down there trying to get the um plastic surgery, which that's a whole nother story. I ain't even gonna get into that. And some of them decided to try to do a drug connect, whatever, and I don't know what happened, but I'm just saying this. What I heard, had happened was like some drug deal went bad. Okay, and them people is not. That's the cartel. Them people ain't going to prison and jail. So you go to
yeah.
another country, as bad as thing. I know the police be harassing you. I know half of these streets ain't safe, but I'm telling you, go ahead, go to another country. I'm good right here in the good old USA, and I'm born Jamaican saying that. If it's so great in your country, go back to your country. It's so great in Jamaica. Jamaica the best, go back to Jamaica. India the best, go back to India and try to have the opportunities and freedom you have here. You're here in America because you have the opportunities and freedom to do what you do, to be gay, homosexual, business entrepreneur, whatever you are. You're here because you have the freedoms and the liberties to do that.
Right.
I'm staying right here in good old USA. It's the corporation that's falling. America itself ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, the day the America really fall, not America, the day the US corporation really falls, land and property is gonna go through the roof even more. Even more. It's gonna be a free for all. It's gonna be a grab, a snatch and grab. It's gonna be the greatest land rush probably of all time. Because now it's no government interference. We could just buy and sell properties privately.
Hmm.
It'll probably be the greatest land grab of all time. Because no matter what happens to America, everybody want to be in America. We got four seasons. We got beaches. We got mountains. We got pyramids. I mean, I'm gonna tell you God honest truth. I think the beaches in North Carolina are nicer than the beaches in Jamaica. I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth.
Really?
Yep. I think I got better
I've
beaches
been to
right here.
Jamaica. Oh no. But I haven't been to the beach in North Carolina, so I don't know that. So, but wow, that's a big claim.
Yeah, and
People pay to go to those beaches in Jamaica. I
yeah,
mean, big time.
and trust me, I'm from Ocho Rios, and I live. My family property is literally right across the street from Dunn's River Falls, which is
I've been there.
which is the
Yes.
greatest attraction, right? I grew up in Dunn's River Falls. We have Dunn's River
Mm,
Falls right here in America.
mm,
We have many Dunn's River Falls right here in America. Many places like that. They don't advertise it. It's not no tropical oasis like Jamaica, but it's the same tropical feeling. Well, I just say it is the same tropical oasis. It is the same. You don't need no passport or nothing. The thing is, people don't travel and people listen to all the hype and foolishness on the news. Go see for yourself. Before I came out here and lived in the country, I thought it was number redneck racist about to chop my head off and kill me. I come out here, guess what? These white folks try to help me. I done got stuck in the mud
mm,
many a times. Guess who pull over and help me? White folks. I'm
mm.
nervous, shaking in my boots. Oh my God, this white man gonna kill me. He'd be like, "Hey man, what you need? You man." I had a situation in Georgia. I had it on my old channel. I got stuck in the mud. This white dude, I don't know where the heck he came from. He saw me from about 2, 3 miles away. He come down there. He said, "Man, you stuck in the mud." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll be right back." He was so excited to come help me. It was like the highlight of his day. He hooked that chain up. He said, "Hold on." And he worked, getting mud, getting wet, probably damaging his transmission just to pull me out the mud. And I said,
Wow.
"Brother, I don't even have 2 red cents to give you." He said, "Man, you are right. Man, get out of here with that." He said, "You good? You need to borrow some money?" He was gonna give me money. On
Oh.
top, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, and anybody black live in the country, no, I'm not lying about these white folks in the country. I'm gonna tell you where the racist white folks at. You wanna know where they at? In the city.
In the city.
In the
Mm.
city. That's where all these killings, where they happening at? In the city. New York City, Elizabeth City. These country black folks and white folks get along just fine. It ain't
Mm.
perfect. I ain't gonna say it ain't no racists out here. Yes, racists out here. But compared to the city, I stay right here.
Mm.
I stay right here. I leave my doors on lock and everything.
That's amazing.
And
That right there,
everything. Let me leave my door
that's
unlocked in a
amazing.
city. Let me leave my
Yeah,
door
I'm in
unlocked in a
Los
city.
Angeles. Yes, you don't do that here. Yeah, you just don't. It's not.
Because you know they walk around
They don't
grabbing your
say
door lock on your vehicle, grabbing your house knob on your house. Out here in the city, your neighbors looking out for you. See, I got my binoculars. I was looking across the street over there, thought I saw something funny going on. Everybody looking out for everybody. Now they are nosy. They all up in your grill, all up in your business, know all your business. But that's good. That's a good thing. They nosy in the city too. But I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here. I ain't going nowhere.
Well, Dragon, I have to go. I
Okay.
really appreciate your help, your time, and I guess can I text
Yeah.
your email? Like I need to get your contact information so I can move forward with things.
Yeah, you
Or
got my
should I
phone
just
number.
text this
Just
number?
yeah, just text me or call me whenever you're ready and we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, and my callers, thank you also, because a lot of them have these same questions, but they don't know how to ask and all that good stuff. So you ask some questions there that I'm sure a lot of people wanted to ask, but don't know how to ask or feel they might sound stupid and all this type of stuff. No, y'all could call me. That's why I put my phone number up there. When you call that 754, the number is 754 229 0940. 754-229-0940. You call me, you get me. All right. And all y'all that been calling me, you've been getting me. We've been talking, chopping it up, having a good time. You're the second individual that I did a live with. And I when you call me, I'm gonna ask you, hey, you want to do a live with me? So that way, you ask the questions that people want to ask, but they scared to ask. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, I hope I was able to ask the right questions
yeah,
to people.
yeah, and all that good stuff. But yeah, take care, have a good day, and I appreciate you too.
Yes, yes, for sure. And I'll be in touch.
Okay, all right, Queen.
Okay.
All right,
Have a good
peace.
day.
Okay, you too. Yeah, guys. So you guys call me and we chop it up, and I'm gonna do that with y'all. $50 a week, whatever day you get paid on or whatever, and you know, I keep you in the loop. I keep you in the loop. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, share this video. Hit the like button, please, so the algorithm could go out. Hit that like button. Share this video. Hit that like button. All right. Peace. Hit my Cash App, man. $1, $2, $3, $5. Hit my Cash App. $Fire Resorts. FIRERESORTS. $Fire Resorts. You'll see TWIPS. That's the name of my company. A picture of my face. Talk to you later. Peace. Matter of fact, I got it right here. This is my Cash App right here. All right. Y'all got that? Hit my Cash App, man. Sow a seed. Talk to you later. Peace.